Okay. Alrighty. For anybody who's already magically found us, give me a minute. I'm currently setting up the stuff. So this is actually Joan, the writer. The artist is not back yet. He is currently at a very lovely meeting for scouting, which I got to miss because I am more sick than him. I am almost all better though. Yay. Okay. How do I do this? Comic. And there we go. Okay. And that. And Command V. Share. Facebook. Command V. Share. Okay, okay, I'm going to mute that or it's going to drive me crazy. And okay. What else? Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright. So this is going to... What? Oh. It would help if I actually chose some tools. What do you mean? No, what's going on? What do you mean? It's doing a thing. It is doing a thing and I don't know what the thing is. Okay, closing my laptop. What do you mean because the layer is locked? No, it is not locked. We are doing a drawing. We're going to draw a thing. I don't know what I'm drawing. Probably help if I had a clue, huh? How about query? And so this is, yeah. Am I able to see what's going on? I don't know. Alright, so again, anybody coming on, this is not the artist, this is the writer. Because the writer thought it would be funny to draw a thing. Oh, what tools? No. How do I erase? No, there's a way to erase on here. Is this the erase? No. Okay. First of all, no, it's the pencil tool for that. What I really want. Ah, eraser. Okay. What the flip am I doing? Okay, hold on. Is there like an edit undo? Undo eraser. Undo eraser. Here, step backward. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. This is why I'm not allowed, by the way. This is why I'm not allowed to touch this stuff. Because I have no clue what I'm doing. That'll work. That is not the correct tool at all. Am I still broadcasting? I hope I'm still broadcasting. So, right, let's try and draw a query here. Because I am not the artist, so this will be funny. Am I not? What am I? No, I don't want that. I want that. There we go. But what is going on with that? This is called Why the Writer Should Never Be Allowed to Do the Art. Because the writer doesn't know what she's doing. Okay, it's at 100. Am I able to make this bigger, maybe? No. Ah. Is somebody join, maybe? I don't know. Brush. You know what? I need to lock. So let's lock this layer. And then add a layer. I added a layer. I did it. I feel smart now. So, okay, it's black. And good night. Why is that so big? Would it do better with pen? What does pen look like? We're gonna get a straight line. No. How do I undo that? Switch to pencil. No, I don't want a shape. Edit. Undo. Ah! I did a thing. I kind of want to open my laptop and see what in the world's going on. But I'm a little scared. Okay, is there a way I can... I don't want the brush. The brush is too thick. My husband's gonna come in, he's gonna laugh at me. No, he won't laugh. He's nice. He's a really nice guy. I know I say he's gonna laugh, but he wouldn't. Ah! I found the sizes. Oh my gosh, that only took me like 10,000 years too long. Okay, I need something bigger than a pixel. I do not think I need 55. Maybe 15? 15 still seems pretty big. Maybe 6? 6 looks good. Yeah, let's go with 6. It looks like a line I can actually see. Is anyone watching? And am I able to tell if people are watching? Nobody's watching according to this. How do I know if someone's watching? Is anyone watching this anymore? Like, it says it's watching, but I don't know. I'm like, I'm honestly a little worried I somehow messed this up. Oh, good night, that looks bad. Okay. I have a screen! And little boxes for eyes, right? Should I just do a bunch of little boxes, maybe? The stream health is apparently orange on my side. Let's fill those in. This is where, back in the day when I was a teenager and I believed I could do all the arts, I would use MS Paint and then I would cry because I'd miss some one random pixel somewhere and everything would turn black. I did not write angsty poetry about it, at least. So that is something. So, right? And am I even drawing her body right? I should look at a reference, shouldn't I? Hello, reference pictures. Charlie Thomas. Internet. Oh wow, internet's lagging so bad. It does not like it when we do this. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing now. Okay, well we're just gonna keep trying to draw, aren't we? Oh wait, there's a picture I can look on my desktop. There we go. Oh wow, her thing looks all wrong. Okay, that's okay. I know where the eraser is now. I have the ability to erase things and learn. And I figured the only way I'll figure out how to do this stuff and then be able to help the husband with the things is to eventually, one day, actually start learning all this junk. And no, I'm not going to be helping him with the drawing, probably. I'm the only one watching this. Wait, no, wait, what you do. What you do. There we go. That looks better. That looks marginally better. Poor Query. She's made up of all these random bits and bobs around the factory because Bilda didn't know what else to do. Bilda was just like, I need to build her a body. I need to save us. Poor Bilda. Poor Query. Okay, and then it's Stop that. I don't know why you keep doing that. Oh gosh, I think my son could draw better than this. And he hates drawing. Okay. Wait. She? Oh no, she still has only 3 fingers. I don't know why we did 3 fingers, to be honest. I should ask Thomas. We should ask him. Oh god, no, that hand looks awful. I don't know what I'm doing. So, sorry I'm sniffling in your ears. Anybody who ends up watching this. You have to wonder about the engineers in this world a little bit, I guess. Like, what? They obviously were part of a company, we know. But you have to wonder for some of the designs, like, well, who were the testing groups? You know? Who were the people that they talked to that said, yeah, we want a robot that looks like this? There's an eraser here somewhere. There it is. Nope, stop that. Here I am, entertaining the masses. Maybe. Masses appear to be only my laptop, which is being used so I can have a clue what's showing up. Hey, you guys are only like 30 seconds behind now, though. That's an improvement. Okay, so I got this whole thing. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I use a brush now. What's a mixer? I don't know what a mixer brush tool is. I probably want that shade of gray. I wish I knew how the hubby did this, because he does it in all these fancy layers, and you can color, and it doesn't mess with things, and I'm personally... Ah, that looks so bad. No, why did I do this? I don't know why I did this. Dark. Oh, God. This is turning into like a huge comedy for me right now. It's like, oh look, you don't even know why you did this. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, Query. I apologize to you and all iterations of you. Oh, something's going on at least, I guess. Oh gosh. It does look... Why is it buffering so bad? What can we do to improve the stream health? close things, would that help? Doesn't look like it. I don't know what to do. Ah, no! Great, now it looks like she has glowing gauntlets. I seriously don't know what I did. I am getting lots of texts and I don't know why. It's probably the hubby. Ah! Hold on. Hold on, guys, if anybody cares. Okay. And back. Hubby's on his way. We'll see how hard he laughs about all this. Oh wow, it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Okay. So, yeah. So where's the hole? Okay, so basically the scout meeting was like a lot of this is happening, this is happening. Y'all gonna do this thing and this thing and this thing, and I don't know what I'm... Why is this paintbrush so much bigger than it looks? I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out something to make sure it looks better in the future, though. This whole thing. No, that should be... Should that be a darker or a lighter gray? Maybe a lighter? Can you even tell the difference? Guess you kinda can tell. I don't know. I'm doing this thing. Someone is probably gonna laugh. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. You know, we have that. We're gonna leave poor Query alone for a bit. I think I'm gonna draw something else to the side. What am I drawing? Pencil tool. Should I save this? Poor Query. I don't think I can subject jump bot. What about red? Red could be good. We probably won't ever touch on it in the comic, but part of me always pictures red as being sweet on Query. I am big bot. I have shrunk somehow. I have a human who can't draw me. Oh god. This is where it's probably good y'all aren't on. Because I think y'all would be required to like make fun of me. Although I don't know, I'm doing a pretty good job making fun of myself. Can I make you bigger? Can I like... Yeah. Let's just really make you big there. I don't even know why I'm talking so much. Nobody's on. This one I could just make popcorn and eat it and nobody would care. Oh well. Doof it. I'm gonna do squiggles. Squiggles! No. I cannot be content to leave it at squiggles. I don't know what kind of robots I originally pictured for this world. I had an idea for Builda, and that was it, and everything kind of went from there. I think we're pretty inspired by WALL-E. I don't even know what I'm trying to draw there. I could draw Shadow Man. Because nobody cares if I draw him right. He's creepy as all freaking get out. Why is that? There. Shadow Man. Terrifying Shadow Man. Shadow Man. Static Shadow Man. I don't know how to draw proportions, and his head's too dang tiny for his body. Maybe that's okay. Shadow Man. Maybe his neck's too small. I used to be able to draw okay people. Like, not great people. But okay. I'm starting to decide that I think the reason YouTube started doing streaming is so people like me could have an excuse to talk and not sound like we were 100% crazy. Your neck's too small, dude. Now your neck's too big. What am I gonna do with your neck? I think I hear hubby coming in. I don't know what he's gonna think. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's him at the door. Oh no, so he's gonna find out I've been doing the drawings. Hi!
Are you streaming right now?
I got bored.
Anybody watching?
I'm watching. No one else is watching. I have been basically talking to myself while you were gone. Because I am crazy. I'm doing Static Man. Because why not? Because poor Query was mutilated in my attempts to make her. Poor Query.
It's not too bad, actually.
I couldn't figure out the brush thingy. I am Static Man. You will do some gray on top. I don't know. I should probably go a different direction to make it look better, right? Rah. Rah. I could just scribble over the whole thing.
Wonder if it automatically saves these videos, or...
I think it does, yeah.
Okay.
Which means people can listen to me ramble later. But there's about maybe a 20-second delay right now.
Okay. I don't know if that's normal or...
Well, we can see the stream health from up there on the other screen.
Which is red.
Yes, which is not good. That means everybody's seeing this fuzzy thing. Static Man looks staticky. It works.
I think part of the issue is we're doing the server Wi-Fi and we should really be hardwired in or something.
We probably should be hardwired in. But I don't want to move the computer back. Yep. Okay, well I'm gonna save this silly file. I don't know where. It can be under main stuff, that's fine. Don't do anything with FunPick. And did I change your settings over here?
Don't worry about it. I know
Well, I mostly changed the brush. Yeah, the pencil tool and the eraser are the ones I changed.
Okay.
So you'll need to change those back. Okay, if anyone comes in now, here's the real artist. I'm gonna try and get y'all to come on from the forum.
You can send me the link or send it to Shoki. Okay. So I can't see the chat on this.
Yeah,
well, also because we're looking at on the other window, I'm looking at like what was the previous attempt or something. Anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, see it showed up.
Okay. Well. Okie dokie. So yeah, if you can send me a link, I'll so see if that does anything. Hey there, AMD.
Someone showed up.
Yep, that is my good buddy from the Seacon Swamp. Appreciate you coming down. There's probably a big lag between when I see your chat and when I actually say something, so just bear with me. I'm new on this. Let me know if you can hear me, if everything sounds cool. Our stream health is apparently abysmal. Anyway, we are working on our comic tonight. In fact, that's what's going to be on this channel. And I think you've heard me talk about this little web comic we're doing called Who Are You? It's about robots in this world after humanity is disappeared because of war and stuff like that. And it's good stuff. So that is a panel done. So we got this panel done. Now we're going to move down, do this one. Okie dokie. I apologize in advance. Shoki's not here. Oh no. Glad to have you here, Shoki. Or not. Whichever works. Why is my properties panel all the way over here?
Because I moved it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Messed with my settings. Okay. Looks like... Actually, looks like my brushes are... how are they supposed to be, hopefully. But that's not a brush, that's a pen. That's the pencil tool. There we go. Get that over there. I was promised cookies. I was third or second. I'm not sure who promised you cookies. Me and numbers aren't friends. Neither is spelling, apparently, Shoki. Hooray! I think the channel is mostly going to be for streams, but I don't know. I know at some point I want to make a little promotional video for this thing. So cool thing that Joan figured out when she was calculating things up, we have enough material to actually make like a full-on graphic novel manga thing. And that's kind of exciting. But considering we've been working hard on this for goodness knows how long, I'm not too surprised. Only problem is because we do the sort of long form vertical comics, if we wanted to set this up as a book, it's going to require some extra effort to get things in place. Got a lot of stuff going on the computer right now, so I'm having to wait for it to catch up. There we go. Sort of. everything is slowing down. Thankfully, I shouldn't be contagious anymore. Despite how it sounds, I actually have been getting better. Which is good because, let me tell you, this just royally sucks. Apparently my wife is making popcorn. I can optimize in OBS with the frame rate and bit rate. Oh yes, yes. Spoiler warning for people in this who read the comic, because this is a couple weeks ahead, right?
Next week.
Yeah, so not this week, but yeah. So not this Saturday, but this coming Saturday.
Also, Thomas, don't worry about talking over me. They really can't hear me that well.
Okay.
I've done tests.
My wife says I don't need to worry about talking over her because the microphone isn't that good. But referring to your optimization of OBS thing, I'll probably try to get some more information from you on that when I come over and hang out with you next week. So let's see. Red is probably not going to be tearing up their parking lot any more than normal, so we'll go ahead and put him on the ground. Yeah.
The gray grass.
So we'll start with moving square down and make it our ground color. And then we're going to do blades of grass. Excitement. And then I wait for the computer to catch up. Shared? Did you post the stream to other places?
Netherlands friends from Denmark or Sweden or wherever they're from. She was quite sad that we were going to be doing this at 2 a.m. her time.
Apparently, apparently, I need to give a shout out to some friends we've made in the Netherlands who sadly will not be able to check out this stream because it's, what did you say, 2 in the morning over there?
It's 2 in the morning over there right now. She was very sad she couldn't do this. Blue Life, going to the very top.
Okay. Oh, so Blue Life is apparently a she.
Yeah, and she has a daughter. I guess not mention that part. But her family likes her comic.
So very cool. So where'd you share it, Shoki? Just on your page, or did you get on Plastic Cannibals too? Oh, cool. I know when I was watching one of their streams the other day, a couple of the or the one of the people that was on there was like, "Oh, you're doing a comic? Cool. Send me a link and I'll check it out." They thought I was actually doing like a physical book, and we're like, "You got a Kickstarter or something? I'll contribute." Yeah. At some point, we'll do a physical book, I think. This is actually starting to look like something. Just takes probably way too much work. There's probably better ways to do this, but this is what I know. Overlapping colors. So to anybody who's wondering what this gray stuff is and doesn't read the comic, it's grass. And if you're wondering why it's not green, well, this is partially from the robot's perspective, and they can't see green. And it makes the comic look really cool too. There's some of the interesting details that we came up with when we started coming up with this storyline. I think I almost got the grass on here to a point where I can walk away from it. Do some more here, and then we'll erase it, whatever comes off frame. Needs 11 more. Maybe. There we go. I think that's close enough for government work, as my mom would say. Grass. So there's my lines. There's my colors. Create a new layer. Do this thing, which I forget what it's actually called. And now we're making shading. So I do sort of a anime-esque cell style shading thing here. Sometimes I'll have a little bit of fuzziness to my brushes, but that's usually mainly for lighting effects, really. The grass is always grayer everywhere. Plus, in this comic, we do gray spelled with an E because why not? Technically, it's correct. Okay, cool. So, oh, I almost forgot. This is Red that we're drawing right now. Red is the big tank guy. So, we need to add the mud onto him. Yes, technically his name isn't Red.
But Blue and Red just started calling each other Blue, Red.
So they just sort of went with it.
I mean, there's only one in each of them.
Hard part about this is paying attention to what I'm doing and the chat at the same time.
That's why I'm paying attention to the chat, so you don't have to.
Almost makes me think we should get you a microphone somehow and figure out how to hook up too. Okay. Let's dial that back just a little bit. And pump it back up on certain parts. There we go. We do actually know the genders for the characters. The vendor bot may be genderless as well. Okay. Going over to another screen to refer back to something because I'm trying to remember what color I made the sound effects for Red. Because as you notice here, I got blue sound effects for blue. And I know Red has red sound effects, but I cannot remember which color I used because it's been a little while since I've done his sound effects. Referring back to number 10 on our Webtoons list, Red Flag. Okay, cool. So I'm using the same, looks like basically I'm using the same red as that sort of maroon red that I used for the main part of his armor. I'm down with that. It makes life easy. Do that. Apply a stroke. 10 points ought to do it. I don't think I need anything more special other than the tilt on. Yes, we could see a female red bot. I don't know if we have. Yeah, we don't have any other red and blue characters that we're going to see in this particular chapter, or maybe even the next. Well, no, there. Yeah, there is one red character that may show up or be mentioned either in this chapter or the next one. Yeah. And that's a crazy one that I believe we've already decided is male. Okay. So we got the sound effect. Now we are... Come on. Would certainly be interesting to see what you do, Shoki. See how I like how this is looking. The wheels just tend to look like that.
I was just thinking, since they're zoomed in, maybe you should put the level more on top of the wheels so you don't miss some of those details.
Yes, we can sit down and discuss things soon. Okay. That looks like another panel done. Woot!
It's more fun when you get to talk to people, isn't it?
It is a little fun when I get to talk to people. Panel 12.
I liked it higher.
Hmm?
I liked it when it was higher, apparently. I like to see the wheels.
Yeah, we can probably accommodate. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Direct fan input indeed. That's one of the cool things about being sort of indie small time thing right now is that I can actually directly talk to my fans and people who like this stuff. I imagine if when this gets big, after a certain point, I'm not going to be able to do that. So now we're going to be working on driver's face. Oh, let's set that back to normal. Let's set that yeah, that should work. So my pencil lines are kind of rough and sketchy, but the ink lines I try to be not as sketchy. There we go. When you say the wifey isn't feeling good, are you referring to your wifey or my wifey?
Both wifeys.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if it's both wifeys. Oh, hello, Judson Osgood. I recognize your name from some of Shoki's videos. Hi. This is the comic Who Are You? We're just a small comic over on Webtoons and Tapas. And we're just sort of watching me do artwork for it. I appreciate you coming by. Feel free to ask any questions you have in the chat. My wife is monitoring things there, and I'm looking over every so often. But the main things I can tell you is this is a webcomic about robots in a world where humans don't exist anymore because they got killed off. Every so often my eraser tool is like, I don't want to be an eraser tool anymore, I want to be a brush tool. Yes, Shoki was so nice as to share a link over in Cannibals. I'm over there as well as I'm Thomas Rice over there. And you probably occasionally see me post things for my Shelf Space YouTube channel, where I do some Transformers and Gunpla reviews. Okay. So now we got the basic line down. Add a little bit of variance to them, make things look a little bit more interesting. It's more time consuming to do this, but I like how it looks. I didn't do this in the initial few comics, and it kind of resulted in things looking a little on the plain side. One of the nice things about, I've done this comic for a few months now, and I have just about all my colors like memorized where they are on the palette. So heaven help me if that ever changes, if I upgrade Photoshop. Okay, so now we're gonna do his spiffy sunglasses. No. I wouldn't be surprised if my buddy AMD left, because I know he's working on some stuff of his own. Let's see, do I have... I'm scrolling back up the comic trying to find a... There we go. Ah, too far, too far. I couldn't remember which color I used for this guy's hat. Well, I say hat, it's part of his head, but it looks like a hat. I'm not gonna lie, I did give the driver a trucker hat. And I was thinking about what is it, Android like 19 or whatever, or 14 or whatever from specifically the Team 4-star version, where he keeps talking about his trucker hat. I probably could do all these colors on their own layers, but I make this thing complicated enough as it is. Trying to make each color be its own layer would be madness. Okay, let's do his eyes real quick. Everyone needs a good trucker hat, yes. Like I said, I could not help but think of that character from as he's represented in Team 4-star. I think when we started designing the character, I even showed my wife some clips from that, and while she thought it was funny, she also gave me a funny look, I think.
I did.
My wife is confirming in the background. Okay, outer glow, there we go. I started giving the characters glowing eye optic things several strips back when it was sort of a night scene, and the idea being that since it was night, you could tell that they were glowing more. But I liked the effect so much that I actually decided to keep it.
Why is Shoki here twice?
Shoki has cloned himself.
Yeah, I still find it funny that people keep saying, well, why do they need a skirt? Why do they need a hat? And it's because people wanted them to have them.
If you get a funny look from your wife, it means it's a great idea. More subs and views. Don't complain. No, I'm not complaining.
I was not complaining, just confused.
Yeah. Shoki's doing his part to help us out. Dueling Shokis. There we go. Got a little bit more detail there. And let's go ahead and put some shading under, because that's the brim of his hat. Should probably mean we should. There we go. That's looking like something. And I'm not going to worry about putting a super detailed background there. Now, going over to another window you guys can't see. And I'm grabbing.
Shoki's an human being. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
That would be interesting. anybody's curious, the font I use for just about anything in this comic that's not human related is called Null Shock. And the sound effects is like Laser 84 or something like that. It's a very stylish font that I actually found at work. I do graphic design stuff for a living, actually. So it means I spend all day in front of a computer and then sit down back home in front of another computer.
Oh, like you wouldn't anyway. You just be doing something else.
This is the part where I wish some of the stuff functioned a lot like it did in Illustrator. But it works. Let's go ahead and... yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. But I don't like where that is just intersecting there. So let's do that, that. Scooch that way. There we go. And voila, we have another panel. Man, I have a lot of layers in these panels. So that is panel 13 done. So I guess the question is, if you review the bacon, is this going to go on the Shoki proper channel or in Shoki 2? Oh, excuse me.
Oh,
Sorry
I
for...
slice the bacon.
So I see. Okay. Don't...
Cat. Cat. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Cat was getting up to mischief.
Cat was getting up to the highest point he could get to.
But why was the cat trying to get up to the highest point he could get to?
Because he could and he was
Ah. Hi, Miss Shoki. Apparently. I don't know if she's like in the chat, but maybe she's watching over Shoki's shoulder. Shoki shoulder. Say that 5 times fast. My wife just tried to say that 5 times fast. Didn't go so well. Perhaps laughing is not a good idea right now. Hope you get to feeling better, Mrs. Shoki. I get the feeling that almost everybody in the Houston area has come down with this, whatever the hell it is. Okay. So now I get this panel, which a lot of stuff going on here. I sometimes ask myself, why do I do this?
I try to make life simple. I try. And then you go, no, I'm going to make it hard.
Yeah, but I make the comic look good when I make it hard, so there we go. We all get down with the sickness.
The sickness is down. The sickness is down. The sickness is down.
Okay. If you're wondering why I'm rotating the panel like this, it's because I'm trying to do this. A little bit too far. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna save for a sec. And I don't feel like redrawing the factory tonight, so I'm gonna pull up one of the older comics and grab the factory from there. What program are we using for the stream? We downloaded OBS. It's actually the same program that my buddy Shoki over here uses as well. At least I'm fairly certain it is. Suddenly hear my wife bring up Homestar Runner stuff in the background. Okay. Who are you? That's not the comic I want. Yeah, I think the reason we're not at 720 is mostly just because our streaming quality isn't super great. But that's something I'm going to work on. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. Okay, so now I need to find my factory. There we go. Click and drag that over here. Work smarter, not harder. So we're just going to pop that right there. And we can make it a little bit smaller, I think. At some point, I actually want to make a 3D representation of this factory. Like, make it out of Minecraft or something. Yeah, I think that's the big thing, Shoki, is that it's running both Photoshop and the stream at the same time. It's something that we'll be playing with as we continue on with this. Actually, gonna see if I can maybe steal these buildings as well. This is why you should have layers better labeled. There we go. And that's not going to look as good as I want it to. So we'll go ahead and create the sort of background and foreground first, I think, and then we'll do stuff on top of that. Could probably do the foreground stuff first, but I don't want to right now. Are you spray painting in the Shoki cave, Shoki? I know you were showing me the Starscream you were working on. Just the fumes then. Exciting dirt coloring action. Because most of the grass we see is actually just kind of around the factory itself. Just outside is kind of a wasteland. Because, you know, endless war and everything.
Oh, it disappeared.
Hmm?
It disappeared.
Red is under the ground.
He's a drill tank.
Now I kind of want to have one of those, but they'd be completely pointless. Ah. Didn't mean to do that. Sometimes my program gets caught on a command. Lots of brown. Don't worry, I'm gonna do some stuff to vary it up.
Okay, so Shoki 1, Shoki 2, Judson, me, and Lee. Hey, yeah, me.
Somebody's having fun. Definitely need to see about getting the chat on here because it's kind of funny watching Shoki 1 and Shoki 2 talk to each other. In fact, hold on a sec. I remember seeing... Oh, unboxing art. Welcome. This is Thomas Rice, also Rodimus 13 over at Shelf Space, and I am working on a comic called Who Are You? It's about robots. that are inhabiting the world after humanity has gone away. And Shoki was nice enough to share the link I sent him over on Plastic Cannibals, which I imagine is where you were found this. So appreciate you popping in. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Gonna try something real quick. Nope, don't. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. Never mind. I'll try that some other time when I know what I'm doing. The the comic is available on. Okay. Sorry, my wife is behind me, and she is setting up some links to share right now. Come on. There we go.
Thomas, you had questions about if you do anything in Photoshop?
For the most part, for the comic stuff, I am using Photoshop just because that seemed like the easier way to do things. Some of the wallpapers I've done for the comic, some stuff that I just wanted to look really, really sharp, like some of the logos and stuff inside, are actually done in Illustrator. Truth be told, I actually prefer Illustrator because I like vector-based graphics. Excuse me. But it's very time-consuming, more so than even this is. So I figured the better option was to just suck it up and do this in Photoshop. But every so often I still do some stuff in Illustrator. There we go. Kind of Digging how that's coming out now. May not be the best way to do this, but it works. We're gonna, when the program catches up, we're gonna turn down the opacity on this a little bit. Yes, being able to scale things however I want in Illustrator is amazing. But at least for me, trying to draw stuff in Illustrator takes a lot of extra time, and so Photoshop is just a little bit faster, which helps since I'm basically updating this comic on a weekly basis. Apparently my wife has a good kitty. Excuse me. You know what? I'm gonna do something. What? My magic wand tool. Paste special, paste in place. Oh, that's what I was doing. Boop. Okay. I'll fix that in a bit. I'm going to apply a gradient overlay on this and see how that looks. Yes, we'll make it look exactly like the sky. No, that's not what I'm doing. Trust me, Shoki, I know what I'm doing. Maybe. Just felt like it needed a little bit of punching there. In fact, on the line layer, let's do a little bit of detail. Okay. Ah. God, I must sound absolutely awful. My wife and I are both coming off of colds. And it's... I feel like we're hacking up our lungs ever so often. Let's see. No more than usual. Thank you, Shoki. Oops, forgot to turn off multiply there. Just referencing back to what I did on this one. I'll just put this up on the other screen. I have a dual monitor set up so I can actually have something up on one screen and work on another. It's really, really nice. In fact, actually, I'm using a Wacom Cintiq monitor that I got off of a good friend of mine for practically a song. Which is nice because these things are usually really, really expensive. And I didn't have the money for a full price one. But he was kind of getting out of art and didn't need it anymore. So I nabbed it off of him. I'm gonna double check. Gotta double check something because now I'm feeling paranoid that I've got, I think, the city's in the wrong color. I'm having to go back to comics that are taking forever to load. Oh, I do have the colors reversed. Oh well, that's easy enough to fix. We'll turn. Briefly lock the layer in a special way. I'm just going to recolor these things. There we go. No one will ever know, except for those who, you know, are watching this stream. These are the remains of cities for the red and blue sides. We know that they're located somewhere not too far from Factory 005. But other than that, we don't know much about them. Mysteries. Shoki 2, do not dare tell Shoki 1 what you know. So now that I've added the shading, go in and push it back a little bit. It just sort of gives the effect of sunlight just coming out around the edges. It's one of my favorite effects that I've figured out how to do, because I think it's really simple, but does quite a bit. Very, very cool. Okay. Let's go ahead, add the sky. Except when it's not. And now, some happy little clouds. Hmm?
You're having Bluetooth off on my stuff. You just know.
My wife just pointed out to me that I have the characters seemingly coming from opposite sides. So I'm maybe asking myself if I'm gonna change that up or not. Shoki has put away the good. No more good. Okay. Let's put a little bit of modeling on the factory. Well, I'm glad that this isn't looking like food. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. So we've done all that work. We're going to pop it in a folder called background. And now we're going to make it disappear. I said I'm going to take all that work, put it into a folder, call it background, and make it disappear. Okay, thank you, Shoki, for coming down, and everybody else who's still around. Yes, I appreciate that. You've given me subs. So, I'll see you later, dude. I was about to do my sign up for the channel, but this is not the shelf space.
You are not signing off anyway.
Yeah, I still got work to do. Do we have anybody else in the chat?
Well, we have the other people.
Anybody else still listening in? Glad to see you're still here, AMD. Do you have me on just in the background while you're working on your Ninja Zords? Sounds good. I know I put your Twitch stream on a couple of times while I was doing work on the comic, actually, so there's a certain bit of symmetry going on there. Also just highly amused by stuff like that. So right now I'm working on the truck for Driver. And something I did deliberately was I designed both of them at the same time and kind of designed them to look like one another. Mostly just because it amused me. Because I like the idea of putting a trucker hat on an actual truck. But I even made the windshield look a lot like his sunglasses. When I say sunglasses, it's just his optical visor. So we got the lines pretty much done. Let's go ahead and do some coloring. Color palette wise, I have these guys all kind of use pretty much the same colors, with the idea that it's like all of them are made out of the same materials. So of course they're going to look similar. Going back to my comic to refer to the colors on the truck. I say colors, it's a gray and white vehicle, but still. Okay, that's what I thought. May also be making a running change on his design. Oh, excuse me. Make things match up with Trucker's actual inner robot mode. I think the part that feels the most tedious is going in and making these little micro corrections, where I'm cleaning up slightly messy line art or bits of color that didn't quite go where it was supposed to. Okay, let's go ahead. Put some shading on this dude. We're sort of implying that we got light coming from this way. So all his shading is going to be more front-loaded. There we go. I'm waiting for my machine to catch up. So AMD, how are the Ninja Zords coming out? I know you were talking about what the backs of them looked like earlier. Go ahead and add his designation number. Well, it's not designation, it's the number for Factory 005. So the Zords are all done and drying. Do you top coat those things? Transform. Oh, that's right. Let's rasterize. Oh, that's right. You keep talking about the that future stuff. Okay. I want to get at least 5 done. That's supposed to be my we only have 1 panel left after this one. No, it's actually going to be a real quick panel. Number 15 is just a picture of the wheels rolling. Moving right along panel. Moving right along. Da do 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 do. Not going to worry about copyright strikes because 1, this channel is small, and 2, I can't sing well enough to actually get a strike. Yay, so that's truck done. Now we're going to do Red the Tank. Some interesting behind the scenes stuff with the character designs here. When we first came up with the concepts for red and blue, we hadn't really decided that they were going to be Transformers, basically. I think I had always kind of pictured that maybe they did, but we never really went into it too much. And then when it came time to start designing the characters for the comic, I drew the design that became blue first, and had actually intended it to be red. But then we decided that red was going to have a more rough and tumble attitude, and blue was going to be sleek and elegant. So it just worked out that the jet design would work better for blue. And so we made him blue. Of course, in the comic, and this is mentioned in one of the Here Are You 2 specials, both sides can have jet or tank bots. And they're actually identical, because Flow Country, that is to say Gray Side, makes them both. Which other story?
I'm gonna just say the name since we can't clear it, but who knows? About chapter 4 would be a great time to start Uno's story, so we could skip some of the world building stuff and go straight into his thing and have it wrap up about the time they would meet, the two stories would join. That would require you doing a good job.
We'll figure things out. We've been able to get the story to flow fairly smoothly, I think. Gonna try something.
Technically, I made 2 pieces. 3 if I'm counting doing the
So something my wife pointed out was that we have red and blue kind of on the wrong side of things. So I'm going to fix that. Only slight hiccup to that is that Red's design isn't perfectly symmetrical. He has this flag on one end and this little missile launcher thing on the other. I made everything disappear. There we go. Blue will be a lot easier to flip over because his design is symmetrical. I just wanted to get that out of the way now while I was thinking about it. Just remembered some armor detail that needs to go in. There we go. Part of me kind of regrets some of the design choices I made on these guys because I've made them super complicated to draw.
I warned you.
Yes, my wife did warn me about it. Well, I add the extra panels because it adds extra things to the comic and makes it good.
It does make it good. But then I tell you, you have the right to complain. Because I tried.
Okay. We go back and reference comic. So I know I have. Okay. The tip of his cannon is a different color than the rest of the barrel. Ah, there we are. Woot. My wife just told me we have 28 subs on Tapas. and 135 on Webtoons. The excitement with the Tapas thing is because Tapas seems to be really difficult. At least that was our experience so far to get subs, but
No, most people agree it's hard.
we've been getting a bit of a boost lately. Don't know if it's because we've been doing some fun collab stuff or my wife's been doing things to kind of keep us in their public consciousness.
Everything.
But whatever it may be, it's nice knowing that people like what we do. There we go.
And that guy we think is a bot, he's up to 3,700 some odd followers now.
Don't know how to feel about that.
I feel like I shouldn't be complaining.
Something, right? I do have an actual vector for the red logo, but this thing is so small, it doesn't seem worth the effort to try to break it out for this thing. See, once again, I really dig this sort of light and shade effect. See, quick, easy to do, and you get like immediate results.
Hey Thomas,
Hmm.
I'm watching you.
Okay.
Can we go ahead and sign out?
I guess we'll go ahead and sign out for now. Thank you everyone for sticking around. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. I won't see you guys when you invade my shelf space because this isn't my shelf space.
Wrong channel.
But we're going to do these a few more times at the very least. See if we can drum up some interest. And yeah, check out Here You over at Tapas and Webtoons. We'll probably put a link in the description or something. And it looks like we're already offline. Or not. I don't know. Anyway, we'll catch you later. Bye.